What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Buzz Sports Talk. It's your boy Rashad Lathan. We brought you guys with.
Amadou So, man. What's going on, guys?
Yes, sir. We back, man. Normally, we'll always talk about the NFL, but slowly things are starting to get died out right now as we go into free agency and going to the draft. It's time to switch it over to basketball. NBA, as we know, the play-in tournament is slowly approaching next month, April 12th. As we all know, it's been ups and downs in the top seeds in the East
Definitely.
with the Milwaukee Bucks, even the Miami Heat. Amadou, which team do you think who's gonna get that top seed in the East?
Yeah, man, it's tough. Like you said, they are separated by a couple of games.
Separate.
But if I had to pick, I got to go with the reigning champion Milwaukee Bucks, man. It feels like, a lot of people aren't talking about the Bucks as much because maybe it's a given that they're just going to repeat or something. But, man, this team is tough. It's really tough. You got Giannis, two-time MVP. He dealt with injury early on. Chris Middleton dealt with injury and COVID stuff as well. The entire team, all together. They're really just coming together now. I mean,
Well, you say the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm going to have to say the Miami Heat. Although, turning things around off a 4-game losing streak on the past few games. Also, with Jimmy Butler actually getting an altercation with his whole entire team, going viral on ESPN.
Yeah.
I feel as though they have enough talent on that team to compete with the Bucks.
Okay.
Really, honestly, they have Bam Adebayo. Two of the best shooters. You got Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Honestly, my personal opinion, even with Jimmy Butler himself, this probably will be the team that we all saw in the bubble versus the Lakers in the championship, but probably even better. Because we all know that Jimmy Butler really carried the load in the bubble. We all know this, with Bam Adebayo, of course. But adding talent, with Duncan Robinson developing to an elite shooter, and shooting on the floor, and especially Tyler Herro, his versatility in basically his even three-point shooting, and also how he sees the floor, both sides of the floor, on defense and offense. So I feel as though the great coaching staff they have, Miami Heat will secure that number one spot.
Well, yeah, that's good to say. The Miami Heat, the 1 seed is theirs to lose. They currently hold that position. But we're talking about the 1 seed, Rashad. We got to talk about it, man. Look, if you secure that 1 seed, it might mean a battle with the Brooklyn Nets. Surprisingly, a team we all thought was just going to breeze through the Eastern Conference, struggling right now because, of course, Kyrie has missed games. KD has missed time with injury and stuff like that. Rashad, if a team has to face Brooklyn in the first round, what does that mean? Do you even think a team wants to see Brooklyn in the first round?
I would say no. The top team shouldn't be scared of the Nets.
Okay.
In my personal opinion, they may have Kyrie coming back playing home games. They have KD. They're a 500 team for a reason. They have a 500 team for a reason. We still don't know what's going on with Ben Simmons and his situation, regards coming back onto the floor or when he can play. It's really looking like, okay, you have Kyrie and KD, and you have these other teams like Milwaukee Bucks and Miami. They have a full depth team.
Yeah.
Okay, you have Kyrie and KD, those are two players. We all know KD is one of the best players, not the best player in the league right now today, with one of the best point guard in the league. But I feel as though they're a 500 team for a reason. And you have teams like the 76ers stopping Embiid. Who's stopping Embiid on the Nets right now? Who's stopping Embiid?
Okay.
You have Andre Drummond, but not really. But you have Jaylen Brown with the and Jason Tatum with the Boston Celtics. Who is stopping them? You know what I'm saying? So it's really a lot of teams, but I feel as though that the basically the Nets is not really a team to be scared of, but it could be a concern because they are a 500 team. But of course, I feel as though it's not gonna be an easy route in my personal opinion.
I'm going to have to disagree with you, man. I mean, this is not the traditional 500 team you see. Like I just said, the Nets have dealt with a lot. You had KD out with an MCL sprain. He missed months. Kyrie Irving couldn't play at home games because of COVID restrictions. And, of course, the whole James Harden fiasco. We don't know when Ben Simmons is going to play, but more than likely he'll be back for the playoffs. And, I mean, we talking about KD and Kyrie. They're not just any ordinary, NBA superstars. It's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, okay? If you need to get a bucket, those are two players that you give the ball to. And they also have lethal pieces around them. You have the Seth Curry, who they traded for. You have the Patty Mills, two of the best shooters in the NBA right now. The front court can be an issue. We have to see how Andre Drummond will play in the playoffs and such. And like you said, trying to stop a Giannis, trying to stop an Embiid, Jaylen Brown,
Butler.
Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, it's going to be difficult. But the Nets have the players to go punch for punch with those teams, You say that. How are the Heat, Sixers, Bucks, how are they going to stop Kyrie? How are they going to stop KD? It's going to be difficult, man. I'm sorry. I can't look at the Nets and not think that all these teams don't fear them.
I had to rebate all the single fact that, okay, you say who's stopping Kyrie, who is stopping KD. Those are two players.
Okay.
You look at Miami, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Duncan Robinson. Victor Oladipo.
But, okay.
Hold on. Literally, that's a lot of talent on that team. Okay, you have Patty Mills and Seth Curry. Okay, cool. But I guarantee you, if Andre Drummond has to be on top of his game, he has to play one of the best centers in the league. You got to play Bam Adebayo and Embiid. Come on now. He has to be on his top tier game. I'm talking about prime Andre Drummond back with the Pistons.
Okay.
If he's not on that type of time, the outfield, though, they don't have a shot.
Okay.
They don't.
So you talked about the Miami Heat, okay? The team that just got swept last year by the Milwaukee Bucks. What are they going to do when the game slows down in such an half-court offense? When it comes to most clutch teams in the NBA, the Miami Heat are one of the worst. You know, they have the depth pieces, but how much does that really matter in the playoffs when the rotations are shortened to 7 to 8 players?
Okay.
Jimmy Butler in the clutch, is he someone that you can really, really, really give the ball to and say, go give me a bucket in the clutch? From 3, he's one of the worst three-point shooters in the NBA. What about Bam Adebayo? We've seen him fold sort of kind of in clutch moments. You know, when you want him to be more assertive, he doesn't really do that. And I mean, Tyler Hero's a great player, right?
Yeah.
But he's a second, third year player. Are you really going to put that much pressure on him right now? I don't know, man. And then you can even talk about the Sixers for a second. They got James Harden, of course, but we've seen James Harden fold plenty of times in big moments. We've seen that with KD and Kyrie, but those guys are champions for a reason.
Let's all agree that KD got his ring because of Steph Curry.
Okay. We can
And
say
so he
that,
gets
but
a ring that he deserves with the Nets, then I approve that, okay, cool. But either way, Kevin Durant, don't get me wrong, he's still a top-tier player in this league.
Definitely.
Probably one of the best small forwards from Prince George's County, Suitland, Maryland, for sure, repping the city. One of the best, probably all time, honestly, with LeBron. This year, he's probably better than LeBron.
Yeah.
My personal opinion. But you saying like that, right? With the basically with the Heat, you could say that as far as like the matchup wise with the clutch points, why they got swept by the Bucks. Keyword, they got swept by the Bucks.
Okay.
The current defending NBA champions, where Giannis is literally on the top of his game, where nobody could stop him at all. So what happened in the series versus the Brooklyn Nets versus the Bucks?
Okay, so look.
It wasn't a sweep, but at the end of the day, it was still a loss.
They went to 7 with Kyrie Irving missing time, with James Harden missing time. If Kevin Durant's shoe size was a half a size smaller, the Nets would probably be champions right now, man. I mean, look.
That's not really a guarantee because you still had to make it to the NBA
Of course,
Finals.
yes, that's not a guarantee. I'm
And that's
just
when the
speaking of
Phoenix Suns
hypotheticals.
was still hot.
Definitely,
You know what I'm
but
saying? So
they would have beat the Bucks at the very least. I mean, this team is still scary. And look, I don't know. We continue to do it. We're putting off Ben Simmons. I understand the slack that Ben Simmons gets, but at the end of the day, he is one of the best playmakers in the NBA, one of the best defenders in the NBA. Coming off a full season of rest, he's going to slide into that position where Bruce Brown is playing currently and flourish. Can you talk about a potential KD and Ben Simmons pick and roll?
I don't.
A potential Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons pick and roll?
I don't. Ben Simmons, no, I'm a rebuttal.
Okay.
Ben Simmons, the same player in the NBA Finals that was scared to go up in hands with Trae Young. So yeah, he's not going to be a factor. He's not going to be a player where he could be even dangerous to be where he could be like a KD. Don't ever put that in perspective.
I'm not comparing to KD. I'm just saying.
As in that, we're going to see.
We're going to see, man.
See
we
happens,
definitely are
man.
going to see.
I'm swag, 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 I'm sw